Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Jay. Um, yeah, here to talk about the announcement made yesterday on Pat McAfee's show, Sportsbook. It was a candid interview done by Vince McMahon, the CEO, and the owner and the creator and the father of the WWE. Yesterday, that he will be the one to induct the Undertaker into the Hall of Fame this year, class of 2022. He'll be the guy. He'll be the one that's going to induct the Undertaker. And this is fitting because this is Vince McMahon and his greatest creation. Vince McMahon is Dr. Frankenstein, and the Undertaker is the monster Frankenstein, the creation of Dr. Frankenstein. Conceived in the mind of Vince McMahon all those years ago, in the brain of Vince McMahon all those years ago, way back in 1990. And The Undertaker, the person, Mark Calloway, stuck with Vince all those years. You know, when his business was on its ass, when he almost went out of business in 1996, who was there? Taker. And he even says in the interview, and it brought a tear to my eyes, that Undertaker never even had the discussion with him that Taker would even go to WCW. It never came up. It never came up to Vince. It never came up in the conversation. Taker never brought it up, and Vince never asked him if he was going to go to WCW because it was never even a question. It was never even a thought. Taker was loyal to the end. And that's something I gotta admire. I'm a person that anybody that knows me always says the same thing. I am for loyalty. I believe in loyalty. I believe that loyalty is something to be valued. And the Undertaker was always loyal to Vince, always had his back when they were in the war in the trenches. And it was other people came from other territories and other promotions, and Vince adapted their character to the WWE. For example, Hulk Hogan. Many would say that Hulk Hogan was the face of the WWE because he took the WWE National. It was on his back that the WWE was created. But you can't really say that it was really him, that Vince really created him because he was created in the AWA. He was created in Vern Gagne's promotion. So he became Hulkamania in Vern Gagne's promotion, and he went over to the WWE in 1984, and he took it even further. And of course, we know that Hulk Hogan left the WWE in 1993 and went to WCW in 1994. So you can't even say that. The Macho Man, his character was created in the early 1980s in his father's promotion in Memphis. And then he went to the WWE in 1986 and he adapted, and the WWE adapted his character and they took it even further. But even he left the company in 1994. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, their characters were, especially Scott Hall, were created in WCW in the early 90s. And they, of course, left to they went back to WCW in the mid 90s. Stone Cold Steve Austin, many would say he was a catalyst for the dominance that WWE displayed in the Attitude Era. But his character, while created and while conceived by Vince McMahon, was also created more so by himself, his own persona, and was a reflection of his real life. Mick Foley, same thing. A very successful character, but didn't have the longevity and the legs that Undertaker had. The Rock, of course, was created from his own mind and was largely a reflection of his real personality. And then later in 2004, he left the company and went to Hollywood. Brock Lesnar, largely a reflection of his own personality. He also left the company in 2004, went to the NFL, and then the UFC. Other people came and went. Bret Hart, of course, left all those many years ago, but Vince wanted to make him a cowboy when he first came in 1986. And then, of course, he left in 1997. So every single character either was created somewhere else or left to go somewhere else, to some other avenue and some other form of entertainment. Not The Undertaker. The Undertaker was created by Vince McMahon, conceived in the mind of Vince McMahon, stayed loyal to Vince McMahon as the person in real life, and always was there when Vince needed him. It was Vince's greatest creation. Like I said, if you could compare Vince McMahon to another great American businessman, another man who embodied the ethos of what it means to be American, the true essence of American capitalism. Vince is that in the latter half of the 20th century to the 21st century, but who was that in the first half of the 20th century? In American entertainment was Walt Disney. And Walt Disney's greatest creation, of course, is Mickey Mouse. So who is Vince McMahon's Mickey Mouse? If Vince McMahon is Walt Disney, who is his Mickey Mouse? The Undertaker is his Mickey Mouse. The Undertaker is the face of his promotion. The Undertaker is the driving engine of his promotion. The Luke Skywalker to the Luke Skywalker to his George Lucas. The Spider-Man to his Stan Lee. The Jesus Christ to his gospel. So it is only fitting that Vince be the one to induct him into the Hall of Fame. Yes, Mankind is a consideration because he was Undertaker's greatest rival. Yes, Kane is a consideration because he was Undertaker's kayfabe brother. But nobody has stuck together as a mentor and a mentee in a mentor-mentee relationship. If you were going to dissect this relationship with a fine-tooth comb, in the way that Joseph Campbell, author of Hero of a Thousand Faces, looks at the mentor-mentee relationship. Say we're going to take a look at it like we were going to take a look at the mentor-mentee relationship of, say, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker. You have to say that Vince McMahon is the Obi-Wan Kenobi to Undertaker's Luke Skywalker. He is the father of The Undertaker. He is the intellectual father of The Undertaker and The Undertaker's greatest teacher. And the men behind these characters of Mr. McMahon and The Undertaker are absolute great friends. To see their emotions in the back in the gorilla positions when you would see like these peek behind the curtain type things in the WWE, you would see the relationship that these two guys had. So I am grateful, and glad to see it. And I love The Undertaker, and I hope that he is the only sole inductee this year going into the Hall of Fame. Really, I do. Because he is in a class by himself, and he should be in a class by himself. There is no one else that has done for the WWE what he has done for the company. He's a man above men. He is the champion of champions. Love you guys. Peace. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell button to see my next video is coming out. Love y'all. And don't forget to comment in the comment section. If you disagree with this video, don't just give it a like or give it a up, give it a thumbs down. Give it a comment. Let me know. Give me some feedback. Give me some thoughts. Peace.